Hello and welcome back. You're watching Student Nation Television, station DSTU, the Motivation Station. I'd like to pick up where we left off in the last video. We were talking about mental health issues that students have. Sometimes we have mental health issues that we're not aware of, and sometimes we are aware of our sadness, our anger, our depression, but we don't know how to deal with it. We seem to be locked into it because we don't know who to talk to about it or what pathway to take to get the help that we need with it. Like I said, 1 out of every 4 Americans suffer from a treatable mental disorder. When I say treatable, I mean something that should be clinically addressed. It doesn't have to be something as vivid or as extravagant as bipolar disorder, personality disorder. It doesn't have to be something as extravagant as that. It can be something like anger, which has its root or can have its root in trauma. It could be something like sadness, depression, confusion, laziness, or just plain old low self-esteem. These are all mental disorders. Racism is a mental disorder. It is, in fact, an emotional disorder. So the point being is that we talked about how mental illness is a serious problem among students nowadays. We talked about what happened up there in Buffalo, New York, where that 18-year-old student took it upon himself to go murder 10 people he did not know. He even injured his own grandmother. So it's quite obvious that this person had serious mental health issues. So what is my point to you today, Student Nation? I want to reiterate that if you have problems with depression, sadness, anger, bitterness, laziness, or confusion, or if you've suffered from a trauma that has got you confused, then again, I would like to remind you to seek help with it. Seek help with it. We live in a culture that's violent, a culture that's promoting narcissistic ideas of selfishness more and more each and every day. And one of the things that's coming out of all of these bad influences is mental health issues. So, I would like to briefly explain to you a little bit about my own history and how when I was in high school, I had mental health issues. I suffered from depression. I suffered from bitterness. I suffered from fear. I suffered from shame. I suffered from poverty. I suffered from anger. And I suffered from low self-esteem. These are all mental health issues. You might not think they are, but they are. Because everything starts in the mind first. And everything ends in the mind. That is to say, when you have an experience in life, the first thing that's affected is your mind. Why? Because man means mind. And everything has to pass through the mind to get everywhere else inside your body or inside your mind. It has to come through your conscious mind, your 5 senses. So, when I was 17 years old, especially even before I was 17, when I was 15, for reasons I won't go into right now, I suffered from low self-esteem. I didn't like myself very much. These are all distortions in your thinking. The reason why I call them distortions is because God, when He created you in the most excellent form. And it's never His intention for you to have a low estimate of yourself.